How waterproof is a car's key fob? Will it survive brief immersion? Well, it's almost like asking, can my smartphone take a quick dip? The answer isn't straightforward, but let's dive into it. First off, most car key fobs aren't advertised as waterproof. There's a significant difference between water-resistant and waterproof, and unfortunately, most key fobs lean towards the former rather than the latter. That being said, they are somewhat resilient little gadgets. Manufacturers are aware that key fobs are prone to real-world mishaps, rain, spills, and yes, the dreaded toilet drop. As a result, they do implement some level of protection against moisture. The circuitry inside most key fobs is pretty compact and often enclosed in a way that it can handle minor exposure to water without immediately short-circuiting. From personal experience, and admittedly, more key fob swims than I'd like to admit, they can survive brief immersions. But here's the kicker. It depends on how you define brief and the depth of the immersion. If we're talking a quick drop into a puddle or sink followed by an immediate rescue, chances are your key fob will live to unlock another day. However, don't take this as a green light to start taking your keys for a swim. Prolonged exposure to water or deeper immersions can and likely will lead to water seeping inside. Once water gets in, it can erode the circuitry or short-circuit the battery, leading to potentially costly repairs or replacements. Living in Portland, Oregon, with its fair share of rainy days, I've always been extra cautious with my electronic devices, key fobs included. After a close call during an unexpected downpour, I started treating my key fob with the same care as my smartphone. So, if your key fob does take an accidental swim, what should you do? First, remove it from the water as quickly as possible. Then, dry it off with a clean cloth. Many recommend placing it in a bag of rice to absorb any moisture. While that method's effectiveness is debatable, the key idea is to let it dry out thoroughly before attempting to use it again. In summary, while your car's key fob might survive a brief immersion, it's best not to test its limits. Water and electronics have a notorious history of not mixing well. A little precaution goes a long way in keeping your key fob functional. And hey, if you're in Portland, keep an eye on those sudden rain showers.